Hi guys, and welcome to RecoverFIT TV. Welcome to our first Q&A session in our series. I'm Ryan, this is Dan, and we're going to basically go through a number of questions that you guys on Instagram have put to our story reply, and our topic this week is recovery. So we've picked out 5 questions that me and Dan are going to answer today. First of all, what have we got? What's your go-to recovery product?
So I reckon my go-to recovery product is the Hypervolt, my favourite one. It's easy to use, it's small, doesn't take a lot of setting up, kind of quick results as well.
Yeah.
Use it, it's kind of instant results, feels good, and as I say, it's easy to use, so you can use it before workouts, after workouts, just you're getting into bed, just when you're getting up, there's no setting up, it's not particularly big, and so I think that's my favourite go-to. What about you?
No, I agree with you. I think it depends if I'm on the road or I'm at home. If I'm at home, 100% Normatec. I think that's the go-to for me. It's all set up at home. I've got a little stand on the sofa, bang, straight on the Normatec.
Some of us have bigger houses than others where they can have their Normatec set up at all times.
No comment. And if I'm on the road, 100% it's either a Hyperice Mini, which is a little vibrating massage ball, which I think is actually a really cool product, probably overlooked in many sense. I actually use it for my feet. I get really sore shins and getting right into my, I think it's a plantar fascia underneath my foot, really helps. So that's my favourite products. Next question we've got, why should people use a massage gun?
So I kind of touched on it a bit in the last question. Kind of can give you instant release, instant blood flow to the area. It's meant to kind of change the muscle fashion, allow that blood to flow more easily, which gives you an instant better feeling, more mobility, and less soreness and fatigue like straight away. Other products obviously can take a longer time, but when you pinpoint it with a massage gun, the idea is that you're going to feel good for the short term straight away after using it. So I think that's probably the primary reason for me, and one of the reasons that I love the product so much, because it's quick fixing.
It is quick fixing. I think one thing here is, like, we're not physios, we're only speaking from experience. So, our view on why you should use a massage gun is from our experience, from using them for a fair few years now. I think for myself, and I think me personally, it's just a trigger point. So I use Normatec for a general flush of recovery, but a massage gun for me is a trigger point. So if I've got a sore calf, I get into it with a massage gun, because you can trigger point in that exact area, promoting the blood flow, and then you can break up the tissue, the blood, I guess, the stagnant blood, and then flush it out with a Normatec. Yeah. So that's how we use a massage gun. So question 3, why are people focusing on recovery a lot more? I like this question. I think it's a question that hopefully grows our business, for one. But I think it's, from my point of view, it's people are, one, training more modalities, different regimes, whether it's yoga, CrossFit, running, cycling, swimming, and I think people now understand a bit more from the education that's out there on various social media platforms, and professional athletes are kind of giving off that the recovery is as important as actually the training, because there's no point in training on a Monday being absolutely stiff, sore, and then can't train again till Friday, and then you're not gonna pick your performances up. So for me,
that, to be fair, train on Monday and then doesn't train again till Friday.
I mean, that's a good turnaround for me. It's normally Monday to Monday. Yeah, and I think for me, it's focused on the small margins, really.
That's definitely it. It's the 1%ers for a lot of people that are now, now there's a lot more being kind of talked about with recovery and health, and looking after yourself and how to get the best out of yourself, isn't it, at the end of the day? And I think people have now seen the benefits of recovery products. Obviously you've got your sleep and you've got your diet, but there's recovery products, whether it be Normatec or Hypervolt, the Hypersphere, whatever it is, that targets things in different ways, and then allows you to get the most out of your body continually.
Yeah.
So it is those small margins, those little 1% that people are now kind of interested in pushing.
I actually think it's not the 1% anymore. I think people, for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years, use that 1% phrase as such, but actually I think that it's a lot more now. It's a bigger percentage. I think that teams and clubs are employing staff to focus on recovery, and that is their role. And 10 years ago, you'd have never heard of that. So it's kind of like, it's gone from 1% to 5% to maybe 10%, and I think that's a massive step in people's training and performance, I guess.
Yeah, agreed.
So question 4, and this is a really, really good question. A young guy that's asked, he wants to become a professional footballer. How much recovery do I need to do? Now, for me, I'll answer this first.
What, you mean I haven't been a professional footballer?
Hey mate, you can put it down the channel, I'm sure you can. You just need to keep it in the pitch, not kick it
mine
out.
tends to go over the post. But anyway.
I think to become a professional footballer, you've got to understand that it's every day. It's training every day. It's recovery every day. Whether that's on a day off, on a Wednesday, it's not, you've got a day off, you can't think about football. You've always got to be thinking about your body. Always got to be thinking about, right, how am I going to be fresh for that next session? So whether that's a Sunday after the game because you got training Monday, you might go have a roast dinner. Perfect. You're gonna eat some carbs and load that way. But you're also probably gonna go on a walk, which is actually thinking about your recovery. Obviously combining it with different recovery products and supplements and protein and eating right. I think it's a major thing where you need to think it's a day-to-day thing. It's not, I'm going to recover on a Friday. It's, I'm going to recover Monday afternoon for training Tuesday afternoon for training Thursday, and so forth. So for me, it's an everyday occurrence.
Yeah, agreed. And obviously, I do have experience of professional sport within rugby, and I think it's something that probably didn't make the most of during my rugby career. I've had Normatec system for a long time, but I kind of only used it to the back end of the week to make sure I was ready for that game day. I kind of struggled at times through training and being sore and legs feeling a bit heavy through the week because I'd just go home and sit on the sofa and kind of, yes, I'd be thinking about the training the next day, but actually I wasn't optimally.
Optimising your recovery.
Optimising my recovery. Sitting down, not doing anything is actually one of the worst things you can do. In my head, I was resting and that was what was going to try and be best. But actually, if I'd have set up a little recovery protocol every day, I'd have got more out of myself the next day at training. From then, being able to get the most out of yourself in training, that's then when you're obviously going to get your most out of yourself in game. So I definitely think it's an everyday thing for any aspiring professional athlete on any level. Like we said earlier, recovery now isn't just the 1%. I probably got dragged into the old thinking of that. It's a much bigger part of being a professional athlete.
No, I agree, and I think if you ask most staff at elite level now, they're going to agree with that. So our final question: can your product help with injury?
I know someone that might be quite good at answering these.
So RecoverFIT for me is based completely on my experiences with injury. Mainly my knees, 2 ACL operations, I think maybe 10, 12, operations in total on my knees. So every product that we sell, I believe in, I've used, I've trialed and tested, trust me. And I think you've got to, when you've got an injury, one, you're going to try and prevent it before you even get injured. So that's part and parcel of using the products. It's not I'm injured, let's use the products. It's a day-to-day maintenance of your body to try and stop muscle tears and bigger injuries, I guess. Some obviously can't be stopped because of the nature of sport. But I think from my point of view, you've got to understand that your body recovers in different ways and how you treat that. Whether you've got full-time physios at your sports club and you've got one-to-one massage every day and rehab guidance and things like that, that's one way to look at it, and you're going to be guided by their protocols. But if you don't have that, if you're an elite amateur athlete where you don't have access to massage and to a physio to guide you, I think you've got to take it into your own hands really to sort of get back and rehab your injury properly. Massage for a muscle pull is kind of a crucial thing to get those fibers laid down properly. Whereas if you don't have that, a massage gun is the next best thing. So you can do that to yourself. You can utilize the product as if you were getting a treatment from a professional.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think as you say, your experience of all your injuries, I've also unfortunately had a fair amount of injuries in my career, and it's something, again, being lucky to be part of professional sports setups, you have those people there helping you every day. But, only a year ago or so now, You know, I had a fairly nasty injury after taking a step away from the professional side, and you know, using the products that we have, I feel that now, you know, I'm probably in the best shape physically of my life, actually. And it's from, you know, working hard on it myself, taking that responsibility on myself and using these products to make sure that actually my injury was never going to hold me back. It's one thing that through my career and through my life, I've always said to myself that, like, I never wanted injury to be something that held me back. You know, they're part of sport and they're part of life, really. But you know, I was always determined that I could bounce back harder than the injury would ever set me back.
Yeah, I think that's important. Everyone thinks, oh, it's not going to happen to me, it's not going to happen to me, but you know, one cold wet night in Barnet for me, I was on a great run of form, playing, scoring goals, and bang, like, realistically my professional career was over. You know, it took a couple of years for that to come to fruition, but you know, that it just takes that one moment, and unfortunately, you know, you want to do everything you possibly can for realistically minimal costs, you know, to help your body and help you recover and prevent injury. So thank you for listening to RecoverFIT TV. Again, Ryan, Dan, follow us on Instagram. I'm Ryan.Brunt.
I'm Dan Mugford1012. Think about that then.
Yeah. And then if you have any more questions on our answers, put it in the comments below. We'll happily expand on them as much as we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
And thank you for listening.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.